Hey, it's Andy from Red Army TV, just bursting with anticipation ahead of tomorrow night's Adelaide versus Melbourne Victory match. The first time we've played them as champions, and I thought, what better way to build up the excitement than to chat with a man who gave us one of the most magical nights in Adelaide versus Melbourne history.
Those Mariners who continually got in behind them, and Roas, he went early there, but it was on if the timing of the run was right.
Now Ferreira getting in behind. Brilliant run. Chance here. Evan Kostopoulos with his first goal for Adelaide United, and he celebrates in front of the travelling Victory fans. So the set piece has been left for Karuska. Beautiful delivery. Make it 4. And Kostopoulos has a double. Karuska involved again. And this might be a record-breaking night in every respect for the Reds.
I'm talking, of course, about Evan Kostopoulos, Adelaide United versus Melbourne Victory legend. Evan, thank you for joining Red Army TV.
No worries, thank you for having me.
Take us back to the 7th of December 2012, Almost Stadium. What are your memories of that night?
Yeah, it was long time ago now, but you know, from the top of my head, it was just the atmosphere before the game was just amazing. It was probably maybe not the most important by terms of points or competition, but just for some reason that day was just special. Just the atmosphere, everyone was buzzing, and yeah, just from the kickoff, I mean, everything was falling our way. So it was definitely one of probably my highlight, and for a few other players maybe up there as well. It's an important day.
2 goals, career highlight?
Yep, definitely. Probably the main one, with including the Champions League quarterfinals. That was probably definitely them two are equal top. Yeah, it was just a good day. Everything was falling on the plate for me.
Did Marcello kind of steal your thunder a bit with that cracker that he scored?
Nah. You leave, if you can't do things like that, you leave it to someone like him to do it. So I'm happy with a couple of tap-ins, and I'll let him do his thing. So he's saying that he helped me with one of them, had involvement with the first one as well. So he definitely credit to him as well.
Nothing means more to Reds fans than Adelaide versus Melbourne. Did the players get that sense as well?
Look, obviously it's different as well from where you come from. For me, I grew up watching the Reds play against Victory, so it was a bit special for me. And I think Malik was playing that day as well, who's an Adelaide boy. For those kind of players, I think it does. Also to players who've been at the club for a while, they have that same feeling. If you're a newbie, it might take a while to get used to it, but definitely mainly for the Adelaide boys, it's, you know, you grow up watching those games and you understand how important they are. So for me, it was huge, because I still remember watching some of the derbies in the early days, so to be a part of one and to score in it was good.
Let's go back to the championship last year. I kind of felt like that was a win for the Adelaide United community. A lot of people put a lot of hard work in over 12 years, and especially the players over the whole time. How did you feel when you seen the Reds lift the championship? Was there any sense of achievement on your part?
Look, definitely I had emotion for some of the players who were there when I was there, which, to be honest, there wasn't many left, but there was still a handful. So for them, I felt, you know, really happy for them. And yeah, definitely the club deserves it too, because obviously it's been a long time. And you know, what perfect timing as well, the way the boys played and the year, the way it turned around. Couldn't be a better way for it to happen, I think. So definitely it's a huge achievement, and you know, a step in the right direction for the club.
Were you at the Oval?
I wasn't. I was having Greek Easter, so I was stuck with the family that day, but we were all watching them, supporting them.
Good excuse.
Yeah, so hopefully it doesn't fall on Greek Easter again.
It did take 12 years for Adelaide to get there. What do you credit Adelaide United's success last year with?
To be honest, I think we'll go a year back from there, and we'll you know, bring Josep Gombau into this. I think he's changed the game locally for Adelaide, and for the country, to be honest, as well. So he's definitely, you know, he deserves a medal in my eyes as well, because he's just changed everything here. Things literally turned around 360 when he came in. So some people might not agree with that, but definitely if you ask the players and people who have, you know, a good idea, he's been a huge involvement. He's brought more in, he's brought in half of the squad, so, you know, credit to him. You maybe it's a shame he left, but at the end of the day, he's brought this to the game and to our state, so he needs a lot of credit to him.
It's exciting then to have him in the Socceroos setup.
Definitely. Look, I only had I had a few months with him personally, but from what I heard from the boys and the way he treated the players was excellent. So, and that football knowledge, as I said, it's brought a new dimension to South Australian United. So, who knows where we'd be without that philosophy coming into our game.
Bit of a tough start to the season for the Reds though. What's your assessment of how we've played in the last couple of weeks? Notwithstanding a couple of dodgy referee decisions in the Western Sydney game, but room for improvement?
Yeah, definitely. There always is, and it's early days, so you can't really judge too much at the moment. It's very early, so look at last year, for example.
Yeah.
If things can turn around in a year like that, then it means nothing yet what's happened. In terms of the referee decision, yeah, I agree it was bad. But in saying that, you can't always rely on that. You've got to punish teams before they can use an excuse against you, or use the ref as an excuse. So I think if you punish a team, then you can't bring up things like bad tackles, and that's a part of the game.
Obviously, winning the championship cost us some of our best players, but we've recruited well locally in the past. A guy with an intimate knowledge of the local game, playing yourself, what can you tell us about players like Ben Warler and Jordan O'Doherty, Riley McGree, those kind of players? Have we got something to look forward to as Reds fans?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I've been overseas and interstate too, so I haven't seen too much of the young talent coming through.
Yep.
But from what I have seen, definitely, you got to give them a chance, because if you don't, you'll never know. I can't say they're the best players I've seen in the world, because I haven't really seen much of them, but I'm sure from what I've seen, they're going to be very exciting to watch, especially Doherty, Kiddo's back, Garuccio, who
Yep.
I've grown up with. Those kind of players definitely, but you need to give them games. Without games, you can't. It's hard for a young player to have 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and then expected the world on his shoulders. So I think if they get given a chance, then anything can happen.
19 years old, you got your debut in the A-League. How's football looking like these days for Evan Kostopoulos, and how has that grounding kind of set you on your football path?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely gave me a boost. Being involved for so long. Since then,
Back to the banner.
Since then, I've spent some time interstate and overseas, and I've had a bit of bad luck along the way, or fate, whatever you want to call it, with injuries.
Yep.
And priorities have changed a bit now, being married. So football's a little bit in the background now. Fortunately, unfortunately, however we want to look at it. But I appreciate the times I had playing at the highest level. So we'll see. It's not all over yet, but definitely a little bit more in the background now.
Absolutely. Prediction for tomorrow night? Can we turn things around?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight one. I'm going 2-2, just to be honest. But hopefully Adelaide win. But hopefully I'm wrong.
This is Red Army TV.
Yeah, I know. I always try and be not biased either way. So I'm just, an honest prediction is 2-2. But I think if anyone's going to get the chance, it's going to be Adelaide to get ahead. Just.
Evan, thank you for joining us on Red Army TV.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
No worries.
That was Evan Kostopoulos, who we thank for joining us on Red Army TV. Do not miss tomorrow night's match, Adelaide versus Melbourne Victory at Hindmarsh Stadium, 7:20 p.m. kickoff. And of course, come to the Hope Inn, the official pub of the Red Army, beforehand, just here on the corner of Port Road and South Road. Cheap food, cheap drinks for Red Army members, and merchandise as well. It's not to be missed tomorrow. Can't wait.